Alrighty, YouTube, it's your boy Zxous, and we're back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. In today's video, we're going to be trying to get Red Hood's best performance, or not Red Hood's best performance, but my best performance with the new shooting range and obviously the buff of Red Hood. We're going to be using multiple different teams to see the highest score I could possibly get. Red Hood is going to be included in all of that, so it's basically another Red Hood showcase, just with different team comps and stuff like that. But before we get into that, we will be live later on today, finally, after 6 months since the last time we did this was the half anniversary. We're going to be ranking the top 10 units in Goddess of Victory Nikke, right? We did this 6 months ago, or we did this after the half anniversary. And then after that, what I ended up doing was I ended up putting together a video, and it's now, the most viewed video on the channel. But a lot of you guys want an updated version of this. This video took a while to make, though. Yeah, you guys want an updated version of this, so we're gonna do that. Mind you, all the new characters we've gotten as well over the year, or over the half year, right? So keep that all in mind. But yeah, we'll be live at 1:30, and yeah, I'll see you guys there. But yeah, like I said, we're going to be using multiple different teams to get the best performance in shooting range. Electric Code with Red Hood. This is the team I'm using first because before they reset it, my best performing team was this team essentially. With Modernia, right? So yeah, let's try it though. Let's go in there. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna leave it all in auto. Of course, I do think Red Hood is the hardest hitting character in the game. I know a lot of people say like a boomer Alice, the Alice that do this, right? The Alice that does that, the Alice that does that. People say that Alice is like obviously gonna hit harder, but apparently from what I was taught or like told, some people still figured out a way to like macro. It's not actually them clicking it, I guess it's actually just a macro. I'm not sure 1,000,000%, but that's what a lot of people were just telling me yesterday, right? So yeah, I mean, I don't know, but so far, as you guys see, first burst rotation already nice numbers, right? This is the 1 minute and 30 second one. Right now they have two modes where you can actually do a 1 minute and 3 minute mode, or a 1 minute and 30 second mode and a 3 minute mode. We're not going to do the 3 minute modes in this one because that's going to be way too long, but we are definitely going to try to do the 1 minute and 30 second mode. I always bring Dorothy here because obviously the AoE damage, right? And then Dorothy just snaps, right? Dorothy just snaps. The only thing is we don't have the attack buff from Red Hood going off here, right? Maybe the last burst rotation I will have the burst skill for Red Hood going off, right? So let me actually try to get that happening, right? I think that just makes more sense for the very last second. Okay, well, I can't because she's on the 15-second cooldown, but next time, right, next burst skill for like the short time there we can have. So you guys can even see here the score is still going to be very low, right, compared to my other scoring, right? It's still very, very low compared to my other score, right? There's no question about that. And then okay, I didn't get it off, but yeah, the score is still less than, I don't even know what team I used to get this high. I don't. Oh, I didn't check the rankings, but doesn't matter. I don't know what team I used to get that high before. How do I see? Oh, this is the team I used? No way, Bunny Girls. No way. Yeah, well, we're gonna try with this team now. But Dorothy, right? I don't know. It seems like beforehand, every time I use Dorothy in shooting range, we'll just get a better performance than running Litter. Just because of the basically not the double damage, but like the damage being stored up within the 10 seconds and being re-put out, essentially. So not necessarily doubling the damage, but obviously, cooking. So we do have damage taken increase here, right? With Bunny Girls, they are able to get pretty high still, like 1 million on core hits, 1.3 million on core crit hits, right? Well, I guess it got low there, but yeah, I mean, burst regeneration is fast with this team too, so probably that's why, right? And then mind you, Modernia is not using her burst skill at all this entire run, so that's probably why it's gonna be able to go crazy. But yeah, you can see casually 570k on burst, or the regular normal attack there, and 700k on the core hits, core hit crits, right? Crit core hit, I'm not sure, that's the terrible going with, but yeah, boom, and then 1 point. Yeah, is she hitting harder than Modernia right now? Yeah, okay, makes sense, right? Mind you, Modernia is using no burst skill, right, which makes her stronger obviously because her weapon, it doesn't say her weapon changed, but it goes into the destroying mode, which is another way of seeing the weapon changes into like that radius, right? Destroying mode, the infinite bullets, the radius, and then the percentage goes from, I think hers is 7% to like 2% on every normal attack or something like that. So yeah, but should be fine. Maybe this team will get my highest. I'm not sure because there's only a couple seconds. What was it? 337 million. You guys definitely let me know in the comments down below what teams you guys have used to get your highest score. I don't think this team is gonna do it. I don't think this team is gonna do it. So Litter was the best choice right here, but yeah, you can see Modernia still hit less than my Red Hood, right? And my Red Hood and Modernia have the same investments. It's not, hey, they have the same invest. Full level 10 overload with their good rolls. It's the same. So I guess the only difference is that they don't have two cores. So yeah, and I guess her track, no, my Modernia's traction is high too. Let me try putting a Litter back on the team then, maybe. Right? Let me see. Alrighty, and then I guess since if this was 377 million or 337 million before, I want to assume that's before I actually like built up my Red Hood properly. So maybe we can just get higher with this one team. But it's a bit surprising that this team is then like ended up. It's not necessarily surprising that this team got my highest score. It's just that I guess like burst generation is much faster with this kind of comp, right? But maybe I should try it. After this, we'll try Schoolgirls. I think we'll try Schoolgirls with Litter and then Red Hood and then probably Modernia, right? That's probably a team that I could think will get higher, especially in terms of the numbers, right? But because mind you, we get the massive attack buff every burst rotation with the Schoolgirls, right? So if we're using Red Hood's burst skill or if we're not using Red Hood's burst skill, it's not really going to change much, right? It's not that it's not going to change much, like she's just going to start performing in numbers, right? So it's really like that. It's simple as that, to be honest, right? I just wish that Litter had a 10-second cooldown, right? I guess like it's fair that she has on a 20-second cooldown with a 5-second attack buff that big, but then it's like people want Red Hood's burst 1 to be 20 seconds, right? And it's like when you think about it like that, isn't that a bit much? Her already being as dominant as she is as a burst 3, then having a 20-second burst 1 cooldown with the 10-second, like it lasts 10 seconds and it's the biggest buff. Okay, so this team probably got our highest score now, just slightly by a bit, by like 3 million. Nothing too crazy. It was just by 3 million, right? But let me try the Schoolgirl comp with Litter, and then that will be it for this video, I guess, until because I probably just hit my highest. I'm not sure. Alrighty, so this is going to be the team. It's going to be Tia, Litter, Naga, Red Hood, and Modernia. This means every burst rotation, even if we're using Modernia or Red Hood's burst skill, we're going to have the attack buff from Litter. It is only 5 seconds, which again does suck in my opinion. I mean, it doesn't suck, right? I just wish it would be longer, right? I don't really like burst skills that have like an effect that goes for like less than 10 seconds, right? Because it feels like it's being wasted, right? There's another character, I think it's Mass. Mass has a 7-second buff for her like HP thing. I don't like that. I like characters who have the full 10 seconds for the full like 10 seconds of the full burst, right? It's like half the damage is just, you know, I don't know, right? Maybe I just don't like it as much now because there's someone like Red Hood who has a bigger buff and it's 10 seconds, but then Red Hood is on a 40-second cooldown, so it's like, but look at the numbers from Modernia though. Like, yeah, it's technically less than what she's usually hitting, but she's hitting multiple enemies with it, so it's like, I don't know, it looks crazy. It really does, right? And then when like she's gonna be using her normal attack here. Mind you, my Modernia has like 1,000 base bullets now, right? And then with the burst skill, Litter increases it even more. But my Modernia has like a 1,160 base, I believe. Right? I think this team is gonna be able to do it though. Yeah, it makes sense that the Schoolgirls, right? They're the biggest damage like buffers in the game. It makes sense that they're gonna be able to do it, right? And if Modernia attacks multiple enemies like this, yeah, we're definitely gonna surpass it, I think. Right? Yeah, we're gonna pass it with this team, but it's not like, I mean, I guess it is by only a couple millions. It's not that big, all right? But
after all that, I deserve a compliment.
Modernia ended up hitting harder though than my Red Hood. Surprisingly, that's the first time ever. And I've used this team before. Maybe it's just RNG. Because mind you, Red Hood does travel as well, right? I already know. The reason why I have to say this, right, is because the moment y'all see this, a lot of you guys just comment, oh my god, Modernia better than Red Hood. No, definitely not. Just keep in mind how this actually works. My Red Hood was traveling, right? Not actual traveling, but like she travels to the next opponent missing bullets, right? And we know damn well if it's just that much higher, it's like what 60 million higher. We know damn well Red Hood missed a decent amount of shots. So yeah, this is obviously my highest right here. Still probably it's not my best like in the guild obviously, but these guys are way better than me. Tyler's what? Yeah, their like levels are way higher than mine, right? So it's probably just at this point I just got to get this, but this is probably my highest score right now. You guys let me know teams you guys use for this and your best score. And yeah, it's your boy Zxous, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace. And I will be live again later on today, ranking the top 10 units. Well, with you guys, of course. Okay, bye. Subscribe.